It began under a canopy of golden lights, strung like stars above a rooftop celebration in the heart of downtown. The music drifted into the night. Champagne glasses chimed together, and laughter echoed off the city skyline. I stood there beside Mia, the woman I had spent the last 5 years loving without question. We met in college. I was a quiet one, content with solitude and books, and she was the kind of girl whose laughter turned heads, whose confidence made rooms pause. I never expected her to choose someone like me, but she did, or so I thought. That night, she was in the spotlight, as usual, surrounded by her circle, some of mine, and even her parents. She held her glass up high. "A toast," she said, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "To my fiancé, the most loyal man on the planet. So loyal, it's almost boring." Laughter rolled across the crowd like a wave. Everyone found it hilarious. Everyone except me. My hand slipped from hers. She didn't notice, but I did. Her friend, Lacey, tried to lighten the awkwardness with a nervous giggle. "Oh, come on, Mia. Don't roast the poor guy." Mia smirked and leaned into it. I could leave my phone unlocked around him for a week, and he wouldn't look. Right, babe? Too loyal for suspicion, she said like a joke. But something inside me shifted, not with anger, but with understanding. I realized I had been ignoring the signs for too long. Late nights she couldn't explain. Trips she took alone. Unreturned calls. That night, she practically dared me to find out what she was hiding. So I did. I stayed calm, played the part. I was sweet, attentive, everything she expected from me. But behind that mask, I was searching. I remember her iCloud login from a shared tablet. I used it, quietly, carefully. What I found didn't just hurt, it shattered me. There were messages with a man named Ethan, her co-worker. And it wasn't just flirtation. There were hotel receipts, intimate selfies, videos I wish I could forget. But Ethan wasn't the only one. There was another man in Miami, another one here in our city. Each one thought they were exclusive. Each one believed they were her only. She had crafted a life of illusions, and I was just one of the characters in her script. I could have ended it quietly, called off the wedding, disappeared, but I chose truth. The rehearsal dinner was held at a rustic vineyard. Candlelight flickered. Wine flowed. Her parents beamed. My family chatted warmly. It was a perfect evening. For honesty, I stood before dessert was served and tapped my glass. Everyone turned to me, smiling, expecting sweet words. Mia smiled widest of all. She had no idea. I want to say a few things. I began, steady and calm, about loyalty. Mia's expression didn't falter. She thought she knew what was coming. "I've always believed loyalty isn't something you brag about," I continued. "It's something you live by. And for 5 years, I believed we were building something real." I paused, then pulled out my phone, connected it to the screen the DJ had set up for the slideshow. But instead of childhood pictures or romantic memories, I played a different kind of highlight reel. Screenshots of her messages, videos, audio recordings, all carefully organized. The room turned to stone. Gasps. Silence. Her father looked like someone had punched him. Her mother whispered something that sounded like a prayer. Lacey looked horrified. And Mia? She didn't move. She didn't cry. She didn't speak. She just froze, her mask finally slipping. When the last clip ended, I looked at her one final time. "I won't marry someone who mocks loyalty while living a lie," I said quietly. "I gave you truth. I gave you 5 years. You gave me performances. So this wedding is canceled." Then I walked out. I didn't look back. The fallout was swift. Some called it harsh. Others said I was brave. But I didn't care about the labels. What mattered was that the weight I'd carried for years had finally lifted. Weeks later, I received a message from Ethan. He hadn't known. He was stunned. Apparently, he had proposed to her too. She'd said yes to both of us. Word got around that she disappeared off social media. Her company let her go, some internal issues. I never dug deeper, and she never reached out. Every now and then, I passed by that rooftop, the same place where she made the joke that started it all. And I smile, because that moment, that careless line meant to humiliate me, ended up setting me free. She gave me permission to open my eyes, and I did. And in doing so, I walked away with everything she had already lost: my self-respect, my peace, and my dignity.